What is up, brother?
Yo, 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 yo.
What's going on?
Not much, man. Beautiful day.
Dude, I feel you on that. Beautiful day, beautiful week of fights. Great fight night this last weekend for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It was an awesome event.
I
Yeah,
do.
I was
Before
impressed.
I say, obviously this is over the Octagon podcast, but before I say that, fun fact, before I forget it, that was the highest watched fight night in the history of the UFC.
I heard that.
I
Yep,
saw
heard
that. I didn't want to forget it. It was like in my notes. Don't forget to highlight that fact because that's pretty fucking cool.
Yep. Yeah, I
Like,
saw that.
to have that, I was like, but I will get more into that in a second. But again, this is episode 35 over the Octagon podcast. Obviously, you don't see one person here. Nasty's not here with us tonight, but Murky is here with me, my Sunday spar session partner. He is going to do our Wednesday show today. So Murky, appreciate you hopping in, filling in, and making things work out for us, man. But yeah, Noche UFC, what is Mexican Heritage Month, right? Or just the
Mexican Independence Day.
Independence Day, that's right. Mexican Independence Day. Fight was in Vegas, which is kind of weird, but I don't think they have a place to fight in Mexico quite yet, right?
Yeah, so that's
working on it.
I've seen a lot of things with Dana talking about that in Mexico City. They're also building the UFC Performance Institute in Mexico City.
That started this year, right? Was that this year they started building that, or was that last year?
I think it should be open like next year.
Soon, right?
I've seen like a million videos on every platform of Dana White talking about how all into Mexico he is. And he wants to do the event in Mexico City. How they're building the Performance Institute and all this stuff. So I think that is coming soon.
Yeah,
sooner rather than later for sure.
And it's going to be huge for him too. Because I didn't really take into consideration as you think about like soccer, for example, why soccer is the biggest sport in the world. It's because it's international, and as big as it is international, you know what I'm saying? And then you think about that with the UFC and how actual like football, basketball, sports like that aren't that international. They are, but they're like, American basketball, American football is like the main sport, But like you think about
have Euro League for basketball and stuff that's pretty big, but it doesn't compare to soccer in those countries. Yeah.
But you got to really give the UFC credit of how big of an organization it truly is. I mean, it's literally worldwide, and though it almost seems like when they go out of the country, it's bigger than when they're in the United States.
Sometimes some of those events are absolutely nuts. I mean, the O2 Arena. Every time they go to England, Abu Dhabi is always pretty cool. I love the Abu Dhabi crowd because like the first 10 rows all around the ring are just like it has to be a bunch of just like rich oil
billionaires.
Yeah. But and then even when they were in Australia, like the Perth cards.
Oh yeah.
Those crowds are always awesome.
And then obviously, we're getting to the point now where like, not saying American champions are hard to find, but like it's there's like, there are 3 now, but before there was none, I don't think, but one at the time, and it was just, everybody was international based that, their crowd and their fans were, in different parts of the world. You had Leon from like UK crowd. You had, Volk, the Australian crowd, Pantoja, the Mexican crowd, even not just Pantoja, but Brandon Moreno and Davison.
We'll figure out
and Grasso. So there's this, there wasn't very many American champs, but now we got Sean Strickland. So anytime he fights in America, it's gonna blow up. The crowd's gonna be nuts.
What a guy.
And then Sean O'Malley, same thing. John Jones, same thing. So, but yeah, man, that's gonna be huge though. Mexican PI, or like a Mexico PI, an actual like arena in Mexico City for the fighters. That's gonna be big. But like I said, what I was gonna ring back to is it being the biggest watch fight night like in the history of the UFC. I didn't really take into consideration that they show it in like English, and then they also have a secondary channel that's in full Spanish with Spanish commentators and things like that.
Yeah. So, and I don't know how much. I know you have rewatched some of the event, and I know you caught some of it live. But Brandon Moreno played a big part in the Spanish broadcast Saturday. Yeah, and then they had him on the main broadcast for a little bit. But I love him, man. I think he's.
I mean, how could you not like the guy? He seems just like genuine, nice, goofy.
Yeah, he's so happy all the time.
Yeah. But I definitely want one of those jerseys though, signed by all the Mexican fighters on the card. Like that, those jerseys were dope. Like I saw like Cheeto was there, and there's a couple of Brandon Moreno, obviously, a couple of Mexico-born fighters were there. So
yeah,
that's pretty dope. But yeah, it was a really good card though, man. I mean, it from top to bottom, as for it being as big of a fight night it was, I'd say it didn't disappoint.
No, I agree. I mean, we watched all of the fights. Yeah, they were all pretty good. There wasn't any one fight I think that I watched that I was like, ugh, like clicking out of it, or let me go watch something else, or it pretty much all had me locked in.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember some of the prelims, the early prelims. Like I saw some of them, but like I'm looking back on it, I'm trying to remember exactly what happened.
I think one of the Tracy Cortez Jasmine.
Oh, that was a good fight.
Jasuda Vicious. Yeah. There was the chick Jasmine like pulled Tracy Cortez's hair.
Yeah.
In the middle of that fight too. Yeah.
Popolov had a huge knockout. Dude, that guy's actually good. That guy's a problem.
Yeah, so where did we just he fought recently?
Yeah, he did.
Right? He won by head kick.
Yeah.
Right?
Was it head kick or just it might have been a head kick.
I feel like it was a head kick, but I could be wrong. But they
Ribeiro.
He's a killer, dude. That dude is a killer.
He might be right.
So he beat second round KO, he beat Claudio Ribeiro.
Yeah, with a kick. Yeah, you're right.
I thought it was a head kick. So
yeah, and now he comes out and gets another like dominant finish.
Well, and you know what they say about him every time he fights, man, that I need to know more about. I need to know. He is an 8-time Russian hand-to-hand combat champion.
He's almost like fucking Mirko Krokop type shit.
I just want to know, what is it like?
What is a hand?
First off, what is Russian hand-to-hand combat?
Oh shit!
What does it take to be the Russian champion? Because to me,
I mean, that almost sounds like I would never fuck with this guy. Nah. If someone gave me their resume and it said Russian hand-to-hand, 16-time Russian hand-to-hand combat champion, I'm gonna sit here and say, this whole fucking place is fucked.
We were joking Saturday night watching them in the Discord or whatever. And somebody was like, what kind of fucking backwoods Russian
that shit's crazy
bear fighting shit is that?
That's like, scary, bro. It's like scary to think about. And he looks intimidating too. He looks like one of those like mobsters, like a Russian mobster type shit.
His striking is legit. I mean, he's fast and powerful. His kicks, he throws some really good body kicks too that come out of nowhere and are really quick, and you can just hear the power behind them every time he throws them. So yeah, it'll be, and the dude that he fought, Josh Fremd is,
he's no joke.
Good fighter, man. So I think he's going to continue to climb the rankings.
I'd like to see it. I like watching him fight, and he does. And his last name's not Nurmagomedov, so it's fucking cool to me. And he's a striker. I'm sold. Sign me up for this Russian right here. I'm going to track his progress. So speaking of Nurmagomedov, dude, how funny was me trolling those kids on the internet, bro? The MMA community is such a joke sometimes. Like I had 10 people believing that Sean O'Malley was higher on the GOAT list than Khabib. And they thought I was for real. And I'm like, dude, you guys are a bunch of idiots.
What I know is that that Facebook group specifically that you sent me, I was a member of for a long time. Yeah. And this is what I told you. Like, I literally just left this group a couple weeks ago because like it's just nothing but troll posts and people saying like just the most ridiculous things.
Oh, dude, that's how bad it was, bro. The first post I saw in there was them slandering Anderson Silva, saying, "How can you call somebody a GOAT when they were 2-7 in their last 9 fights?" And the second I saw that and them talking about Anderson Silva, I said, "I gotta leave this group. I can already tell this group was a joke." I was like, "Come on, bro, you're gonna." I almost lost my shit. I was like, "Yeah, you know what? These guys are idiots. I'm out." So I left that shit.
So that's what I thought the first time. Like the first couple times I saw some like posts in there. I'm like, dude, these motherfuckers, man, what are they talking about? I was getting heated. And then like the more I started to see, I'm like, oh, this is just like a troll group, dude.
Yeah.
Like everybody in here is just, whatever, just saying ridiculous things. But
yeah, I couldn't believe it, dude. I was like,
awesome,
you know what?
dude.
Fuck this. I'm out. I ain't gonna listen to all this dumb comments about the greats of all time. Just kids, man. But yeah, I thought that was funny. I had all these people believing that I truly thought that. I was like, all you had to do is click on my profile and you would have known that I know a lot more about MMA to believe that Sean O'Malley is better than Khabib on the GOAT list. But anyways, back to Noche. Lupi Godinez, speaking of a dominant performance, she just pure domination.
Yep.
She didn't. She came to brawl.
And she trains with Shevchenko, or who does she train with?
I think she trains with Alexa Grasso.
Oh, Alexa Grasso. Okay. Yeah. I remember hearing kind of that storyline before that fight started.
She's been training with
that
Grasso.
was the main prelim.
That was the headliner. Yeah, the headline prelim.
Of the prelims.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but on to the main card. The Padilla-Nelson fight. I think I missed a little bit of this fight because I was doing something. I don't remember, but I caught a little bit of it. I think Padilla was the favorite, and I think Kyle Nelson kind of upset him. Like it made him look like he was the worst fight. Like the better fighter for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting looking at those. I mean, so a hot topic of this fight night is obviously judges scoring. Right?
Oh yeah,
I don't
100%.
think we can get into talking about UFC Noche without talking about judges. But even that fight alone, right? It's just very interesting to me. 29-28, 29-28, and then 30-27. So it's just like I don't understand it. It seems like, and even in the main event, and I know we'll get there, but even in the main event, you have two judges kind of very consistent going one way, and then one other judge just like complete like I don't. It's just I don't understand, man. I don't think we'll ever understand. There has to be like.
Well, apparently they had a seminar or something following the fight. They called like a seminar to show them what a 10-8 was.
Well, and so, right, that was not a 10-8. She was losing that entire whatever.
Oh, we'll get to that. Yeah, let's not get out of hand here. Yeah. But we're gonna get into that for sure.
I'm happy Grasso won, by the way. Let me throw that out there. I wanted her to win. I'm glad that she won. I did only watch that fight Saturday night. I haven't watched it since. So I feel like
I'll tell you what I saw.
I do feel like my opinion may be biased because Saturday night I'm watching. I did want her to win. However, like one judge scored it exactly how I would have for Grasso. Gave her the second, the fourth, and the fifth, I think. And that's kind of how I had it, but whatever. Anyway, let's
keep it going.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
I know, I was frustrated too. But anyways, so Padilla Nelson fight, great fight, but then from that point forward, it gets good. Zellhuber, Giagas, Zellhuber almost got knocked out in the first round. I mean, he could have easily lost that fight off the rip, but he somehow avoided. Not getting knocked out, which played to his favor. He recovered really quickly, and then got that anaconda choke, which when I say that was one of the smoothest transitions to an anaconda I've seen. It was perfect. He went in for the shot, stuffed the takedown, just swoop under the neck, boom, grab, roll over, blocked. It was just like that. It was just textbook. So shout out to him. If he has a chin like that and is able to, not get knocked out like he did and somehow get those smooth submissions, he'll be a problem for sure.
Yeah, I mean, his takedown defense was good and his ground game is obviously good, right? So, and then you give a guy like that a chin too.
Yep.
So I think, the trouble is you can't get hit like that. So
no.
like you get hit like that with, some of the top 5 guys, it's going to be a wrap.
Right.
So
speaking of getting hit like that, Rojas Jr., 18-year-old savage coming back with a huge redemption win, dude. And they started scrapping. That the beginning of that fight, those guys were scrapping, and Rojas is over the top with that left was beautiful pinpoint.
It was right in the center of his face, dude. It was awesome. Terrence Mitchell's a good fighter too, and it was that I felt like going into this, I was like, damn, because he lost his last fight, so I kind of, and he's a big draw, right? He's a big draw, and I kind of thought in my mind that like the UFC was gonna give him like, somebody maybe a little bit more safe or something where he could like whatever. Terrence Mitchell really isn't that. He's a good fighter, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed because the last fight that Rojas lost, he came out like he did in like the Contender Series.
Yeah, and I don't think he realized who he was, what the level of competition he stepped in with. Chris Rodriguez is a dog, dude.
He thought he was going to roll through everybody, right? Yeah. And he just came out way too crazy. And this fight, they were throwing hands.
Yeah.
But the one thing I noticed from Rojas was he did feel more patient.
Yeah, I saw that too.
It felt more patient. He wasn't like immediately trying to jump on the guy's back and be all like, kind of crazy. And I think that's what helped him, and he planned and the fact that he did it with striking, we haven't seen him do that before.
Yeah, no.
Right? So everything everybody know of him.
Because I had told the guys, Maddie hit me up and was like, "Hey, what's the play for tonight? Give me a good play, good parlay." And I said, Kopylov by TKO, Rojas by submission. Okay. I was sold on it. I was like, dude, that makes the most sense. That's the best play I like on the card for finishes. And this motherfucker goes out and knocks him out, and Maddie and Ink are like, "Fuck you, you suck." And I'm like,
we
dude,
haven't seen him do it before.
I didn't expect that.
In the Contender Series, he didn't do it.
Nope.
In his debut, he didn't do it, and even in the fight that he lost, he didn't really show any interest in throwing hands and striking.
Nope. So I was like, dude, I couldn't believe it. Obviously, the Kopylov hit, so it kind of screwed their bet up. But I didn't see that coming. I saw him getting the quick.
Nobody did. No.
I saw him trying to wrestle because Mitchell is going to be fast and they're in quick, and if he could get him down, maybe they could do a ground and like just work his ground game.
Right. Yeah, no, I loved that he fought like that and he won like that. I thought that was huge.
That just boosted his confidence level up through the roof too. So going into his next fight, he's gonna be ready for sure.
Yeah, well, he definitely doesn't lack confidence either. That's for damn sure.
Nah, he doesn't.
That's the one thing, dude. Like, he's kind of hard to understand sometimes.
Dude, the videos they make of his ass, man, crack me up.
And he's like, he really is like the Mexican Conor McGregor because he just like regurgitates the stuff that Conor would say when he was coming up, and you're like, dude, like, come on, man, but it's funny, and he does it, and I think people love him for it, and he's a big draw for the UFC.
Oh, for sure.
And, like Dana spoke on that this week. How like even some of their main events, okay, in the first 24 hours, their main events get like on TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube and all those things, their main events will get like 1 million views.
Yep.
Or whatever the case would be. Rojas got 11 million views on his knockout in the first 24 hours of it happening. It was the most viewed out of any fight on this card.
Oh, nice.
And you think about that, like you got guys like JDM and Kevin Holland fighting, and then Shevchenko and Grasso fighting for a title, and Rojas got the most views.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
so hey, I got a question.
Okay.
Who's got the more fucked up face, Rojas Jr. or Jack Della Maddalena?
Rosas.
You think so?
Yeah,
dude, because Della's face, dude, all right, we're ready to get into that fight. So, Rojas, congratulations, brother. You looked impressive. We loved it.
Rosas has the craziest underbite I've ever seen in my life. Like,
it's fucking hilarious. But, dude, Della...
I want to know what his mouth guard looks like.
Della, I swear to God.
He has 2 mouth guards.
Della, I swear to God, when you look at him from a sideways point,
he's got no nose.
You could literally lay a piece of paper on it. How does how does he breathe, dude?
I don't know, through his mouth, I think.
Oh my goodness! I didn't notice it. It was that like really bad when I was paying attention when watching the Holland fight, and I was like, dude, his face is flat, dude. Like, how does he breathe from his nose?
No one knows, dude.
It's crazy. He's gonna have to have surgery or something to reconstruct his nose. He's gonna probably look weird. I don't know.
After his fighting days, maybe he'll do that.
But Kevin Holland, Medellina, I know there's some people said it was kind of 50-50. I definitely could see how he got the split. I almost could see how he would get a unanimous 2-1, you know. I think he just landed the more powerful strikes, you know, and he didn't allow Kevin Holland to wrestle him, which I think, you know, I could have seen more of from Kevin Holland. He might have actually won the fight, but you know, I think Kevin Holland definitely landed. There was some times where Holland was getting his ass, you know, good jabs, good straights, kept the kicks going. But I think Della just landed the stronger combos and, you know, the more powerful punches. So I saw him land them more in 2 rounds too. So I see how they got the split decision, but I could also see them getting a unanimous as well. So
I felt like JDM won when I watched it. I know, like, that decision to me I don't think that should have been a controversial decision. I think either way they could have given it to Kevin Holland and people would have been like, yeah, all right, I can see it. You give it to JDM, yeah, okay. It was that close.
Yeah.
But there was people really upset, like,
but I see how JDM won. Like, I could see, just watching the fight, I see how he won. But I mean, Kevin Holland, you know, he could also won as well. But I could see more of a stronger fight for JDM in that fight for sure.
I was in Discord, man, watching. You know, my boy is like, who wins this fight? I'm like, fuck, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You know, I mean? Like, I thought this was going in was going to be. I thought this was going to be a really good fight for Kevin Holland. I thought JDM after his last fight, Holland being what he is, I thought he was going to be able to you know, put more of a dominant performance. But you know, JDM, you know, he looked good. He looked impressive. I would have.
Yeah, it was very similar to that last fight he had that was on a fight night as well.
Yeah, but he took less damage in this fight, I think.
He did. Yeah, he did.
So
he did.
So what's next? What is next coming off of that fight? The JDM moves into number 12. Kevin Holland is at number 13. What do you got for JDM next? I think we see maybe JDM.
I got one that I'd really like to see.
It's not going to be Ian Gary.
No.
What, Vincent Luque?
Nope.
Stephen Thomas?
Nope. But what, Wonder Boy? Come on, man. Ian, Sean Brady.
I was going to say, my choice was going to be Sean Brady, but I didn't want to say Sean Brady. I think JDM Sean Brady would be a banger. I think that'd be
that's lit. I think that makes sense. I don't know if Sean Brady has a fight on the books though.
Well, he just backed out of one, didn't he? Like his last fight was sick, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to fight, right? Yeah, he was supposed
to fight. That's what it was, right? He was sick?
Something like that. You know.
And then we gotta see Ian Gary, Jeff Neal, right?
Either that or Wonder Boy. I mean, like, I
feel like if we see Ian Gary versus Wonder Boy, I know this is gonna sound really crazy, but that's almost to me like the most comparable striking fight to Anderson Silva, Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
when they fought each other, people were like, "This is like they're the same striking," you know. And I feel like Wonder Boy is like the Anderson Silva of that style, and then Ian Gary is like, dude, because Ian Gary's striking is superb, dude. It's very textbook.
It's incredible.
So like you almost can say like he'd be like the up and coming Izzy to the Anderson Silva being Wonder Boy as far as like the striking in that division, because Wonder Boy's always been like the best. He's been one of the best. Same like Max Holloway's like guys who are like master classes at what they do. I'd love to see Ian Gary Wonder Boy. That'd be phenomenal.
Know if Wonder Boy wants it though. It seems like he's like
he wants to fight up.
I'm not fighting. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that happened.
I say you definitely Shavkat versus Wonder Boy would be phenomenal too.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the welterweight division's actually fucking kind of absurd.
I think
It
we
pisses me
get.
off that Colby's still ranked too, but
Well,
whatever. I
Colby's
mean,
about
I
to fight
know,
for a freaking title, dude.
yeah, whatever.
I
Dude
think
hasn't
you.
won a fight in like 3
Hey,
years.
I think you. I think you feed Kamaru Usman Bilal Muhammad so we can shut Bilal Muhammad's ass up.
I know.
I say you just feed him.
Whatever.
Feed
He's
him
so
straight to the
annoying.
dogs, dude. Give him Kamaru
Yeah,
Usman, Bilal Muhammad, #1 contender fight to fight the winner of Leon and Colby.
yeah, yep, yeah, makes sense.
I
And
love
then,
that because
I mean,
Bilal
Ian
wants to
Gary,
try
I
it,
think,
and I
yeah,
don't foresee him beating Kamaru Usman.
I hope not.
I hope not either, because
I
dude,
want him to lose so bad.
he'd be such a bad champion in my opinion.
Well, just like, do you know
He'd be like the Tim Sylvia of the modern day.
Have you ever talked to anyone
No,
that's like, yeah, I'm a Bilal Muhammad fan?
no, only the idiots on the internet, the
Not
trolls.
even them. Like most people, the only thing I ever see on the internet about him is like, damn, can somebody shut this dude the fuck up?
Right?
Jesus Christ! Like, I don't know who likes him, dude.
Oh,
Like, I don't
dude, I don't
understand.
know.
But like, you have Hamzat in there now.
Well, no,
Gilbert
that's
Burns
Hamzat's
still.
not in there.
Oh, he's going middleweight.
He went up.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
So
about to fight Paulo Costa.
that's right. Yeah. So Gilbert Burns. I mean, Wonder Boy, fucking Gilbert Burns or Shavkat. I think Ian Gary. He's still so young too. He's like 26 or something.
What if you
right?
feed him straight to Gilbert Burns? Like you skip, you give Shavkat versus Wonder Boy, and then you know Ian Gary's good, and you want to see him go right in, so you feed him to Gilbert Burns. I don't think they would do that, but
I don't think so. Ian Gary has made these comments.
He wants to take the steps and shit.
Yeah, like whatever, however many fights. So I think it was like 4 more before his title fight. I don't even know how you do that though, because like at a certain point, unless he fights
2 more. 7.
Yeah,
Say he fights 7. Say he beats Wonder Boy, moves to 7. Then what does he fight? He fights top 5, and then he wins that, and he's on a X amount winning streak.
Yeah, #1 contender fight, and then the title, I guess.
No, you give him straight to the title. If he beats the top 5 after winning, he's undefeated, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you give him he wins 1, moves into 7, wins another in top 5, and then that gets him in to the title shot right there.
Yeah, it's the other thing is it's going to be interesting to see. Like we talk about this plan and all this stuff, but like title changes hands, right? We're about to see it in the middleweight division.
I mean, dude, we just saw Sean Strickland go from like 9
I think
the
he
champion.
Was 5, right? 25.
I mean, I was being hypothetical here, but you got a guy who was like, way back and just fought for the belt. So why not give him a top 5 fight and then let him fight for the belt if he wins it? Doesn't matter what he fights. If he fights 5 or if he fights 2.
Even at middleweight, like you're about to see it at middleweight, right? So like Dricus.
Oh, he's about to fight. They're going to give him Sean Strickland, I think. No, they actually might give him Izzy.
Yeah, do you or does Izzy doesn't get an immediate rematch?
Dude, I'm starting to hate these. I'm starting to hate these immediate rematches.
Well, this is my point. This is what I'm trying to say. Is like one guy loses the title, right? So like Sean Strickland beats Izzy. Okay, Dricus du Plessis was unanimous next up. He couldn't make the quick turnaround to fight when him and Sean fought.
Yeah.
So he was out. That's how Sean got in. Bang. Now Sean wins. Okay. Now Izzy fights a lot though. So does Strickland. So that could be quick. It could be a quick rematch. Maybe they don't do a rematch.
I don't think Izzy should. Yet. I think it's a bad idea for Izzy's legacy if he does it too quick. Say he loses.
Yeah, but
and then
that's
what?
A shitty mindset for him to be in. Like if he's going into that fight with that mindset, then
yeah. But look at what happened to Kamaru Usman. I mean, dude, he loses to Leon, goes into probably a dark space after losing his belt, and then he goes out and gets dominated the second fight.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do. My whole point is like you look at Dricus, that Dricus Izzy fight needs to happen. That fight needs to happen no matter what. That needs to be Dricus's next fight. Dricus Izzy. Whether that's like I don't know. And then you have like Robert Whitaker who just lost to Dricus. Like Cannonier, Vittori, caught like but it's like the belt changes hands. Now all of a sudden the plan that was like so clearly visible on how fights were going to shake out. Now it's kind of like, well, fuck. Now what do we do? Is he lost? It's like,
I mean, if you really want to be technical about it, Sean Strickland talked his way into that title.
Yeah,
like because Jared Cannonier could have easily gotten the title shot.
Backup. He was the backup for the fight.
Yeah.
Cannonier was there. He made weight for it.
Yeah. So I think Sean Strickland, I think Izzy just disliked him so much and was like begging for the fight. So they ended up giving it to him. And he lost.
Well, yeah. I mean, Strickland also, like, he literally fights whoever they tell him to fight, which I love. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, he was fighting the guys that were coming up that everybody was like, oh, he's so fucking good.
Yeah.
And all these other, top Strickland 10 guys were scared to fight. And Strickland's like, I don't give a fuck about this dude. Yeah, let's do it. Yep. Doesn't have to be on a pay-per-view. Fights the fight night cards, like
right.
All that stuff, like unranked guys. Like it's hard not to respect and like Strickland. I mean, I do feel the same way about Izzy too, just because he fights so much.
Yeah.
Because he's a champion that fights 4 times a year.
You'll see how I feel about him. So
I did, and I will tell you that I have very much so changed my mind on Adesanya just because of the simple fact on how much he fights.
Yeah.
Because there's too many champions that you see fight once a year. How many times does Islam fight?
Well, last fight was against Charles last year.
Well, no, it was against Volk, right?
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, Volk.
Right? Now, so a year. Okay, now we're going to fight again. I'll see you again next November when I fight fucking whoever.
Well, Volk Islam
again. Yeah, it's like, I don't I don't understand, man. I don't understand. So like when I look at like every champion across all divisions, and then you look at how often you get an Adesanya fight, how willing he is to fight, defend his belt, whether he loses it, whatever. He fucking fights.
Yeah.
Like it's hard for me not to it's hard for me to be a hater given that fact alone.
Yeah.
Like he fucking steps in when most guys are like, I need to take some time, get, fucking defend the belt, dude.
It's true.
Quit being a bitch.
All right. So then we jumped off on a huge rabbit hole just then, but I love it. I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it. That's why the Sunday spar sessions go so well, because we just get into it, and then next thing you know, it's just a fucking talk session. I love it. But main event: Alexa Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko 2. Yep. I got some mixed feelings, brother. I've watched it 3-4 times now, and I give the fight to Valentina.
Yeah, I need to watch it again, and with like an honest thing, because I like I said,
I don't see how they got a draw.
Yeah, well, so right. I mean, I don't know. The draw should have never happened. It should have been with the 2 judges scoring it the way that they did, minus the 10-8 round the one judge gave. If that 10-8 round was a 10-9, Valentina wins. And there's a 0% chance that that's a 10-8 round. Grasso was losing the entire first half of that 5th round. Then you could even say 2/3 of it, 3/4 of it. I don't know when like the momentum in the 5th round changed. But it did. And I thought personally that what she did at the end of the 5th round won her that round.
Grasso.
But it was but it was not a 10. You can't give it a 10-8.
No. And if you did give it a 10-8, then that means that Valentina won. Because I think that Valentina won 1, 3, and 4 and lost 2 and 5.
Yeah, so I had 2, 4, and 5 for Grasso. But again, it's super close. That's another one. Like the fourth round, I think you could score it either way.
Because what I saw was, if you look at the numbers, all right, Valentina, Alexa had 262 total strikes landed. Mm-hmm. Valentina had 199 total strikes landed. Grasso threw 408 total strikes. Valentina only threw 301. So she threw a 60% essentially, like landed significant strikes, to Alexa Grasso's less than that. And then they almost were identical the whole rest of the ways. Like significant strikes were very similar. Head kicks were similar. Mm-hmm. But Valentina controlled 8.5 minutes of the fight.
Yeah, but she didn't really do.
But she also had 4 takedowns.
Yeah, but she got up every time.
So
and she beat her up on the way up. Like Grasso got shots in on. Here's a question.
I think Valentina did more damage though in the striking exchange, in my opinion.
See, my first watch when I watched it Saturday, I thought the opposite. I felt like when it was on the feet, Grasso was the aggressor, was pushing forward.
No, I didn't see that.
She was hitting her more.
I disagree. I think you need to watch it again.
I probably do. I'm just saying, like, that was my,
because I think Valentina, like, especially in the 3 rounds that I scored her like winning, she outstruck Alexa Grasso tenfold. But I do agree that she definitely lost 2 and 5.
Okay, yeah.
Because Alexa had the knockdown in 2.
Right.
Valentina almost had her in a guillotine in 3. That's why I scored her 3. She almost choked her out and then let go of the guillotine. But she won that round.
She did, yeah. I had 4 for Grasso, so I had 2, 4, and 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And round 3 was when she had the guillotine in. So I think that Valentina won 3 and 4 and 1. And then 2 and 5 were Grasso for sure. So that's why I gave the edge to her a little bit more.
What's really interesting too about the scoring, okay, and you can look this up. So one judge scored it the way you're talking, okay, 10-9s across the board, gave Grasso 2 and 5, and then gave 1, 3, and 4 to Valentina, right?
Yeah.
So there you go, bang, Valentina. Then another judge scored it the exact way that I'm scoring it. Okay, they
2 and 5.
2, 4, and 5 for Grasso. 1 and 3 for Valentina. Okay, so now it's a tie with those 2 judges. It's a tie.
Yeah.
Now you have the third judge. The third judge scored it like you're talking about.
Yep.
1, 3, and 4.
Valentina.
For Shevchenko.
Yep. And then he gave
2
10-8
and 5. And the 5th round, Mike Bell, you fucking slimy fuck. Like, I thought personally, I agreed with the one judge. 1 or 2, 4, and 5. Grasso. I had Grasso. I thought she won. Okay? That's just my opinion. If I watch it again, maybe I think different. But how? How in
because if Mike Bell scored that at 10-9, Valentina won. Split decision.
Valentina wins, correct. Because then he still had Valentina winning 3 rounds.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He scored it the same way I did.
Yeah, he did. Except for the 5th round, he gave Grasso.
Yeah, he gave Grasso 10-8.
Essentially, or he took a point away from Valentina, which then made his score a tie, which then made the fight a draw.
Which is so stupid.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't. There's a lot of questions I have about some of that stuff. I know we focus on. Hold on, I'm listening.
I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
All right. We focus on the numbers a lot too. I think there is. I don't know. I want to know more too about what they classify as significant strikes. How they're saying what a significant strike is.
Well, what's her name? Explained it a lot. Lauren Shenko.
Yeah.
She explained it in a video she had about, because she said she went to like a seminar and they explained a referee seminar, and they explained what a significant strike, like what it defined,
what it looks like.
Yeah,
because like that's the other.
And it's actually it's bigger than what you think.
No doubt. It's more.
Yeah.
You're saying this. It's a bigger strike than what I think.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of my point.
Yeah.
Because I think too often we're like just going off of numbers, but like I don't like sometimes you read me those numbers and I'm like, there's no way it's accurate. Like there's just no fucking way.
Yeah. Well, this total strikes that it does nothing. It doesn't add up. Like 408 total strikes, and she only had 84 significant strikes, which is horrible.
Or is that actually accurate? Like I don't know. That's
I mean, total strikes. They're just counting any like.
Yeah. So
anything.
A significant. That's my point.
A significant strike is something that lands, whether it be your feet, stomach, like leg punch, like any kind of punch that lands, is a significant strike.
So as long as it lands
in like certain zones, I think it makes it. Like a push kick, I don't think is a significant strike, but a leg kick is a significant strike if it lands. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I'm probably explaining like an idiot.
So, well, no, I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm wondering, like we can go find out or whatever. But that's like one of the things that I've thought about for a while too. Like, because we talk even during fights. John Anik or whoever, Joe Rogan, Daniel Cormier, Bisping, whoever's doing it is always talking about, the judges don't have those numbers though. That's what they always say. Judges don't have those numbers, but they're reading them, right? And like they have them and they put all this weight into these numbers.
Wait, is that's true? The judges don't get to see
that's what they always say. They always say that they don't have the strike count.
I didn't even think about that. That plays a whole new perspective on. They're just visually judging this. Okay, I think she won that round 10-8.
That's my understanding.
I feel like they're getting some sort of information to make those precise judgments.
They say it all the time. Like they don't have, obviously they don't have these or whatever every time they bring them up. But I just think we put so much weight into those strike counts.
Dude, actually, I just pictured this vision in my head. Daniel Cormier going, yeah, the judges don't have these numbers, John. Like, just saying something stupid like that.
I'm telling you, I'm visually listening to that in my head. I know I've heard it a million times, man. So, and it's just this has been a big problem. And I think it just keeps getting worse. But then at the end of the day, this is going to eventually be a good thing because now people are demanding like, let's fucking interview Mike Bell. Why are we not interviewing Mike Bell?
Dana said that's never going to happen. He said
but
Dana
not
doesn't even
him.
like it. Dana said he doesn't even like it.
Not because of him, because of the Athletic Commission. The Athletic Commission doesn't want their people dealing with media.
Yeah.
Which I understand, but at the same time, like, dude, if it wasn't for the media and the fans, like, you don't have a fucking job.
Yeah, but they're thinking like there's some like idiots out there, like some wild people that would be like trying to burn this man's house down for a bad judgment call,
Well, we have their names. I mean, what's the difference? What's the difference in asking him the question?
I mean, do they make it
what made you score that a 10-8?
We got a bunch of Jerome Bogarts in the UFC. Just shitty judgment. Making bad calls.
I think it's fair to be able to ask Mike Bell, what made you score that a 10-8?
No.
What like
I guess we'll never know.
He says, right, we won't. And that's like you're just like, oh, we just fucking sit here and talk about it till
I just hate dude, no title fight should be a draw, man. None. No title fight. Like I can't stand that. Like, it shouldn't be a draw. There should be no title fight. There should be a draw. If anything, fuck it. We go another round. There's going to be a champion today.
That's interesting. That would be...
Like, they do it in the Contender Series. They do it in the Ultimate Fighter. Or they do it in the Ultimate Fighter. You get 2 rounds, and if it's a tie, you fight an extra round. these are champions. They should be able to. But I don't know if there's like a rule or a law where it says they can't go past 5 rounds.
I don't know. That would be awesome.
Just one more round, like a winner. Like there's got to be a winner. Winner takes all.
Well, and think about what goes into your head, right? So, like, you're obviously going to have a longer amount of time in your corner.
Or what if it was like a score type deal, like almost like in wrestling. I don't know if you I don't know if you know much about wrestling, but like obviously I wrestled my whole life. Yeah. So like sudden death, like if you go into like sudden death, it's first point wins.
Right.
Type shit.
But
right?
How would you do that in MMA?
I don't know, you flip a fucking coin or something.
You would have to assign.
Yeah,
you would have to assign.
Or what if they did the 6 rounds of grappling round submission? Yeah. Like now we're talking like some ONE FC shit.
I don't think you need to do that, but I think if you
I'd love to see a 6 round.
I think if you did a 6 round, right, it makes it really interesting because so obviously the judges are going to be like colluding and they're going to be like, tallying up scores and shit. And then the fighters and their coaches are going to be like, yo, what the fuck's taking so long?
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, oh shit, we're about to have to do a 6 round. I think no way. Right. We're going to have to are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
And there's going to be this like extended period of time in their corners before that 6th round because it's supposed to be the end of the fight. Now you have a 6th round. So none of the other shit matters, and there's no more guessing. There's no more fucking guessing on like, did I win? They always go, what do you think it is? Did I win that round? Did I not? Like, yeah, I think you're up 3-2. Yo, you're down. You got to get a knockout here, whatever, right? They talk about it in the corners.
And then you could almost play rules in. You could almost play rules in if it's like, say you like, oh, you get a takedown or knockdown. Takedown or knock. First person to
knock the other one down.
Knockdown or a takedown. First person to get a takedown or a knockdown wins the round. I think that's too much on the line for a title shot, but I'd fucking think that would be super cool. Imagine we get a sudden death and shit for a title fight.
I don't think you need to go that deep with it. I think just having a sudden death round.
Yeah, 6 round.
Because you're tied.
Yeah.
So now, like, you can't rely on, I won
these other ones. Yep.
Nope. You're fucking tied. Round 1 of 1. That's it.
I like that. It's going to force them to win the round.
Oh, motherfuckers be getting after it.
Yeah.
Dude. They would be getting after it in the 6th.
Yep. You're right. You're right.
Like, that's what's going to make or break you as a champion.
Damn, we've spent almost 50 minutes on this card.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's worth it, dude.
We ain't even got to Fiziev and Gamrot. But Grasso Shevchenko, that was. I mean, I hate that we're gonna have to see a third fight, but I love it more even now because now we're gonna get to see Fiorot, Aaron Blanchfield, because they're not gonna wait.
Well, do you get a third fight? I don't know.
Oh yeah, Dana said third fight. It's gonna be a third fight. Yeah. I mean, there's a tie.
I was kind of hoping to see Aaron Blanchfield, Alexa Grasso.
You're not going to get it. They're going to do Fiorot and Blanchfield. So
that's still going to be good.
Yep. So, anyways, on to the next one this weekend. We got before we even get into fight night, we got another big fight this weekend. Our boy, podcast, reoccurring podcast guest, Joe Giannetti, fighting this weekend for his for his belt. So Cage Titan champ. So he's fighting, defending his belt, and we'll be in the Discord watching that this Saturday. So let's fucking go for Joe, baby.
I'm all in, man. I got our shit set up. I made an account with the fucking whatever thing that they're streaming it on. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. We'll be in here watching. I
already don't like the dude he's fighting.
I don't either. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. It's a regional promotion.
Yeah.
Okay, like a regional northeast part of the country, Massachusetts or New England promotion. This guy's from fucking Canada.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Trying to come in.
He chokes him the fuck out in the first round, and then we can have him back on the podcast and have him talk about how good it felt to fucking squeeze the life out of his neck.
Joe, we want first dibs. We're calling it right now.
Yeah, I want to see the guillotine, and then we can talk about it on the podcast.
And we can get you on as soon as you're done. But yeah, we'll be in here watching that. And also at the same time that's going, we got, fight night, Fiziev versus Gamrot. It's going to be a pretty good one. I mean, in the prelims, we have, Usman fighting again, which he's been pretty entertaining at a heavyweight level. Let's see. Hannah Goldie, Mizuki. That's going to be a shit fight. That's going to be shit.
Yeah, Usman beat Tafa in his last fight. One of the Tafa brothers. I didn't know that.
Usman did, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got, Tim Means and Fiola is going to be a good fight. That should be a good stand and bang. I think Fiola is going to win, but, Means is a vet. He's been around for a hot minute, so should be a good one. Main card, though.
Coming off losses, though.
Yeah, so. I know. Well, Fiola only lost to
Joaquin Buckley.
Yeah, Buckley. Yeah. But Means is old as shit. This is gotta be his last fight.
How old is he? I don't even know.
It's gotta be like 30 or almost 40.
Where's his thing? Can't see his age.
39. Holy shit.
39? Oh, yeah.
He's on a 3-fight losing streak.
Yeah.
Lost to Kevin Holland, lost to Max Griffin, lost to Alex Morano.
Yeah, you lose 4 in a row. It's tough.
I mean, he's going to retire, dude. This is probably his last fight, to be quite honest. But starting the main card off, we got Ramos and Jourdain. I always like watching Charles Jourdain. I feel like he's a pretty solid striker. The only thing is he's just out. I think he's outreached in this one, but I think he's going to be the better fighter in this fight.
Yeah, I don't know much about this other guy, Ricardo Ramos. So I can't even really speak on it. But yeah, I would have to agree.
Yeah,
Air Jourdain, baby.
Yeah, Jourdain's been pretty solid too. I think did he win his last fight? I think he did.
Yeah, he's the one that fought the Gracie dude that just scooted around on his butt.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was such a weird
you can't
thing.
even really count that. That was shit.
Yeah, I mean he won, but
that's true. I mean he won against a guy who was basically crippled. He just rolled around on the floor.
It was odd. Yeah, it was odd. It doesn't work anymore. Like you can't fight in UFC like that.
This guy thought we were back in like UFC 1.
Yeah, you can't do it anymore.
So
people are too good.
Right? Brian Battle, AJ Fletcher. Really excited for that one. I think this one's going to be a scrap fest.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm excited to see Brian Battle fight again. He fought at the UFC Charlotte card. We were talking about that beforehand. He got a knockout in like 13 seconds or something like that.
With a kick.
I thought it was a hook, right? He like just bum rushed the guy.
Oh yeah. No, I was thinking of Kopylov. Remember we were talking his last fight was
14 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was he just fucking bum rushed him, dude. And then they're throwing hands and he just fucking caught him and knocked him out. It was the craziest start. And he was on the early prelims on that too.
I think so. I think he headlined the early prelims.
Yeah.
So super excited for that. AJ Fletcher is a beast too, so that should be a really good fight. Marina Rodriguez and Waterson Gomez. I could give a shit.
Yeah, I honestly.
That's Hannah Goldie right then. Mizuku down at their prelims.
Yeah, not to be like a complete dick, but like I don't give a fuck. Both of them lost their last fight.
Nah, I don't give a fuck.
Michelle Waterson Gomez 18-11. Marina Rodriguez has the better record, but she lost last. I
could care less. This fight does nothing. Doesn't get my juices flowing.
Nah.
This is 100% decision fight.
It's crazy that they're 8th and 12th in the rankings too. That's kind of
8th and 12th. That's how you know how much I don't give a shit about the strawweight division of wrestling.
Well, it's a shallow division.
They're fighting.
I mean,
yeah, that sucks. Anyway, so we're not going to spend any time talking about that one because I don't give a shit. I'd much rather see talk about Bryce Mitchell, Dan Ige.
Nasty.
Nasty's back. Hopefully he doesn't back out the week of the fight like he did the last time because of a shoulder injury. But I think we finally get to see Bryce Mitchell back. But he's not fighting a bum. Dan Ige's good.
Yep.
So I think Bryce Mitchell's the better fighter, but don't be surprised if he gets knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, Bryce Mitchell's last 2 wins were by decision. I'm looking at them now, and then of course his loss to Topuria, which we obviously know.
Yeah.
I've been saying shit about Topuria for a minute, but we obviously know now how good he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough, man. 50K Dan Ige. Let's get it.
Yep. And I could see Dan Ige knocking him out. But I also could see Bryce Mitchell winning the fight.
Yeah.
So I was taking a if I would like, I would definitely, put a little bit of money on Dan Ige TKO. Probably going to be good odds, and I could see it happening because Bryce Mitchell leaves himself vulnerable. He showed it during the fight against Topuria.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Oh, Ige beat Landwehr at his last fight
in
June. I forgot about that. Nate the Train or whatever they call him said, and that was they were banging in that fight too. I remember. Yeah.
So, never know. Might want to watch out, Bryce Mitchell. Keep that head on tight, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
But Danny gets short though. Bryce Mitchell's a little bit bigger than him, so it's gonna be hard. He got 4. He's got what, 3 inches on him.
Ige's fought some. Fuck. He fought Korean Zombie, fought Josh Emmett.
Yeah.
It can be tough, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's definitely going to be tough. But then the main event, I'm excited for this one.
Yep.
Fiziev.
No doubt.
Fiziev coming back off his loss against Justin Gaethje. And Gamrot coming off a big win over Jalen Turner, right? Or was that his last fight?
Yep.
Was it Jalen Turner? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. Yeah, so big win over Jalen Turner. And now he gets to fight Fiziev, Fiziev is coming off a loss. So he's going to be hungry as shit. This is going to be a good fight.
Well, and I think...
Because I thought I'm a big fan of Jalen Turner. And I think Jalen Turner's a good striker, good scrapper. And Gamrot beat him single-handedly.
Yep. I think I'm a fan of both of these guys. Fiziev's fight with Gaethje was awesome.
Incredible. That's why it leads me to believe that he's the better striker in this fight. For sure.
He got pieced up by Gaethje too, but
he pieced up Gaethje. They both pieced each other up.
A little bit, but Gaethje kept finding that uppercut, and he never defended it. He wouldn't defend the uppercut. I don't know if he couldn't see it coming. I mean, that's really what beat Fiziev up so bad was Gaethje kept throwing these uppercuts, and it just mashed his nose, dude.
Yeah. Damn, Gamrot fought 3 times in less than a year.
We love that.
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
He fought Arman Taruskian, Benil Dariush, and then Jalen Turner.
Yep.
All within a year's time. Nice. And now he's getting Fiziev, who in my opinion is probably one of the most. He's probably one of the better ones in that division. If he gets it together and rebounds, he's one of the best.
Yeah, this is a good one for Fiziev too, right? Because if Fiziev wants to really be a top 5 guy, which he's got to be right now, right? He's not. He's 6 or whatever. Yeah, you have to beat Gamrot. You have to. You have to do to Gamrot what Gaethje did to you.
Yep.
That's kind of what I think.
Yeah, and if he does that, then he's gonna definitely he'll get another shot at something if he does
somebody top 5.
Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, I don't know what Poirier's gonna do, right? I mean, I know he was. It's kind of weird talking after the BMF thing because he felt I don't have another title run.
Who gets the winner of Charles and Islam rematch? If Charles wins, they're gonna have to, right?
Volk.
No, I'm saying if Islam wins, he fights Volk again.
Yeah,
but I'm saying if Charles wins,
back, please.
I'm saying if Charles wins,
if Charles wins, then
rematch Islam for sure, right?
Yeah,
they're gonna have to.
Yeah,
because it was If Charles wins, immediate rematch, and that's one I could see. I see deserving.
Yeah, I want to know when my boy Steamroller Matt Frivola fights again. They don't have nothing on the books for him. He's at 14 in that division.
They're gonna give him Jalen Turner.
Bet that's gonna be great.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. Jalen Turner's coming off a loss. Matt Frivola's trying to get in the top 12.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I could see it. But yeah, Islam Charles, that's coming up. Abu Dhabi, baby. 21st of October.
That's going to be monstrous. What do we have in between? So we have this fight night.
I mean, we have this fight night and then a really shitty fight night.
Oh, great.
Grant Dawson versus Bobby Green is the main event.
I love Bobby Green, but damn,
there's some scrappers on here though. Drew Dober, Alex Morano, Joaquin Buckley's on the card, fighting Alex Morano, Joe Pyfer.
Okay, yeah.
There's some scrappers on here though. Shit.
Yeah. Just none of the fights mean anything, but like, fuck it, they'll put on a good show, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, you know it's going to be bad when Montana De La Rosa is the first fight of the night. Damn, son. When they do shit like that, I already know.
My honest response to that is who?
Montana De La Rosa.
Yeah. What the fuck?
It's just another chick.
Another
chick. But yeah, man, there's some scrappers on this card. This could be a banger. This could be one of those fight nights that go underrated as fuck. Like there's like
maybe
10 knockouts and shit.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
I'd love that. But so we have Fiziev Gamrot coming up this weekend. Dawson Green the next, and then we have another one that might be worse than that one.
I'm nervous.
Oh yeah, Yusuf and our Barboza is the main event.
Okay, that's random as hell. I feel like okay.
And then Jennifer Maya is the co-main.
Checks out, yeah.
Yeah, shit. Adrian Yanez. Why is this not the co-main? Joseph Martinez versus Adrian Yanez. Seems like a way better.
Yeah, that's got to be better.
And Christian Rodriguez and Seaman is on the prelims.
Oh, that's so weird.
Terrence McKinney prelim shoddy is on the prelims.
Well, not anymore.
Oh, they'll find somebody to fight him. I mean, it's in October.
Right.
And then the
October 14th or something.
And then the 21st is Abu Dhabi. And then then after that it goes, Makhachev, Charles. Then we get Curtis Blades, Jalton Almeida fight night. And then John Jones, Stipe Miocic. And then Brendan Allen, Paul Craig fight night.
Perfect.
To end the year. Yeah. There might be more to come though. I'm assuming we're going to find out the December stuff here soon.
Yeah. Yep.
Got to, right? Yeah. They're going to have to give us some December stuff in October, maybe.
When we find out that McGregor's actually not fighting, when they officially come out and say that he's not fighting.
So, but then what do you do? Justin Poirier, Michael Chandler immediately?
I don't know, bro. Michael Chandler,
Michael Chandler wants to fight.
He fucked up by attaching himself to that because McGregor doesn't I don't know. It's just so weird.
It didn't do anything it did nothing for Michael Chandler.
No, it hurt him. If anything,
it did nothing for him. He gained no value at doing the Ultimate Fighter.
Nothing, dude.
McGregor gained all the hate and the value.
Yeah. It makes Chandler look kind of like a punk because it just proves that this is Connor's world and everybody else is just fucking living in it. Yep. And he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do when he wants to do it.
He just runs around and goes, fuck yeah.
And Michael Chandler's gonna fucking just show up and do what he's told. You know?
Yeah, that's true. He's
185. You want to fight at 185? You'll do what you're told.
Oh my god.
You know, so I don't know. It's just we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm excited for the rest of the year.
But if we're being honest, it's definitely McGregor's world. He is 100% living in it.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants.
That's Dana's guy, and it always has been Dana's guy.
Yeah, he's earned that, I guess. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
But he's one of those guys. He if you look at his record, he never defended his title.
No,
he was a double champ. He had a good career. A lot of good wins, but there's tons of people with way better.
The only thing that would
a way better argument or record than Conor McGregor.
The only thing that puts him on the top, not the top, but in the conversation of being like a GOAT or whatever.
It's how he sold it.
Well, no, I mean just the fact that he was the ESPN first ever double champ.
Yeah, first ever double champ.
That's it. But like he didn't defend them. He didn't hold those belts. He didn't defend either belt. He didn't. He never defended any title for that matter. You know, he went and got a crazy bag in boxing, and
then once he got the McGregor shit or the Mayweather shit, he just cut it, and then he just sold his whiskey brand for like $500 million.
Yeah, so good for him. Fuck it, man. He's got.
Dude, he's a half a billionaire, and he's not even what 35.
Yeah, you don't even need to fight. He's probably that old by now. I think. I'd say he's close to that. How old is he? He is 35.
35, yeah.
Turned 35 in July.
Well. So
yeah, so
man's got money, son.
A ton of it, no doubt.
No doubt. Let's see, I don't know what else I got, man. Did you see that viral video of Alex Pieta's son?
No,
you didn't. He like tried. It was like a prank video. He tried to scare him, and then you see Pieta like go almost punch his son.
Oh my god! No, I didn't see that. I'll have to look. I'll have to try to find it after this.
I saw it on.
I didn't see it.
I saw it on Instagram. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Any other news in the makings?
I haven't seen much besides the Terrence McKinney thing that we were talking about.
There's a good ONE FC. There's a good ONE FC coming up. Rod Tang.
Oh yeah.
In like 2 weeks, I think.
Okay. Yeah, the Muay Thai guy, right?
Yeah, and he's fighting Superbon, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll watch that.
Hell
you can watch ONE FC on Prime.
Amazon Prime.
I love that. Yeah, I love that about ONE FC.
Oh, I'm dead, bro. This guy's a hater. This guy, I've commented earlier, said Chris Duncan is out of his fight with Terrence McKinney at UFC Vegas. And then some guy said, give him Alex Pieta. And I said, as if this man hasn't gone through it enough already. And then somebody just comments, he needs to suffer more.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they just hating on that man Terrence McKinney, bro. He gets so much shit. It's funny as hell, dude. Oh man, that's great. Yeah, I don't got much, man. I don't got much of anything left now. I'm just super excited to finish off the year. After this week, this is my last weekend of work.
Yeah, this is huge.
Amen, brother. We're about to be on a UFC spree. Can't wait.
Gonna be good for the podcast too.
It'll be great, man. We're gonna be able to start pushing out more shit. I'll be able to be up later and do more and start pumping out different content and stuff like that. I think the Sunday spar sessions are definitely gonna be, a good thing if we can continue doing that right after the fight. Just gets the news out fresher and faster than anybody else, and then gives us more time on Wednesday to talk about all the other bullshit and things like that. So
yeah, yep, for sure.
Like it.
And you got some new shit coming for the podcast too, right? don't need to drop anything big, but just new things coming.
Oh, the intro?
Yeah,
Dude, yeah.
Got a little tease, little people,
Little
let people
intro.
know you
We
people
got
know you
something
got some
cool
things
into the
cooking.
works, you know what I'm
You got
saying?
some things cooking in the kitchen.
You got that shit cooking, bro. Hey, Dana White Contender Series. Actually, I mean, I know we've been going for a little bit, but fuck it. What's another 20 minutes of talking about fighting? Unless you got to bounce, I'm good.
Yeah, I got kids. I got to do kid stuff here in a second. So,
All right, no worries. Well, we'll catch it on the next show.
yeah,
But Dana White Contender Series, though, it's been looking solid. Last night was pretty good. I like some of the fighters last night. So.
Yep. I went on I went with some crazy picks on Verdict last night for those. And none of them hit. But like, if they did, though,
if they did, you'd be up there.
Yeah, that was kind of. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna send some of these, like,
Oh wait,
whatever.
hold on a second. Breaking news. Breaking news. Da-na-na-na.
That's my wait. Sound. I see it.
Izzy speaks.
Yeah, I see that. Quietly confident.
Let's see. Let's get it live on the pod.
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Damn, my shit. iPhones suck.
In his first comments since losing the UFC's middleweight championship earlier this month, Israel Adesanya said he is quietly confident he will beat Sean Strickland if and when the two eventually fight again. Adesanya, 24-3, surrendered his title to Strickland at 293 on September 9th in Sydney in the biggest upset in the division's history. Strickland, 28-5, dominated Adesanya on the scorecards, earning unanimous 49-46 scores. Adesanya attended the 293 press conference, but only to say he lost to a better man that night in Strickland. The 34-year-old broke his silence on the loss on Tuesday via his personal YouTube channel. I'm quietly confident, Adesanya said in a video posted on YouTube. That's after watching the fight, I was like, oh yeah, I see what went wrong. It felt like a bad dream, not a nightmare, because in a nightmare, you're scared. I was like, you try and hit the guy, and it's just noodle arms. It just felt like a bad dream. Feeling and watching it were completely different. I called his head coach, and it was the same thing. We're quietly confident. Where the UFC elects to book an immediate rematch for the former champion remains to be seen. UFC President Dana White said the rematch is interesting, but has not committed to booking it next.
Damn. All right. Bitch.
He said it. He said his guard is weird and unorthodox. I wasn't able to find my jab. When I'm able to find my jab, I'm able to find the chin. His guard was good. It was good defense and good offense. Well-rounded game. They all delight in my demise, but it's funny how they all say, if I face that version of Israel, it'd be this or it'd be that version. That version. It's funny how my opponents say it. So you understand who I am then. I find that funny. That's a good point. Everybody, like, if they had fought him when he fought like that, they'd beat him. But, like, what about the other fucking 95% of the time when he's doesn't fight like that? I don't, that fight too, man. I think I think Strickland just made it that way. Like, I think his style made it that way. And made it hard for Izzy. He does this weird fucking shoulder roll and fucking.
Well, it's like he keeps this one tight, so it's hard to get a right because he can easily block. But then when you do it like this, he rolls off the shoulder. Just the punches just boom hit the shoulder, so he's able to, and he's still able to block that right always with the hand. So.
And he keeps an arm at his body because his shoulder's guarding to one side.
And it's almost the same. Like Kevin Holland was fighting this, like very similar. Like was it Kevin Holland or was it? Yeah, I think it was Kevin Holland. Like he was just like he was just able to roll off of JDMs and keep the distance type shit.
Yeah. So it makes a big difference, man.
But all right, man. I'm gonna holler at you. Thanks everybody. This is episode 35. Like I said, if you want to come hang out this Saturday, we'll be in the Discord. Follow the Overs Club Discord. We'll be in there watching the fights. Like always, Murky, appreciate you coming in, stepping in for the week. Nasty should be back next week for our Wednesday episode. Me and Murky might jump on and do a crazy Sunday spar sesh this week. So tune in. And then we can hope to get Joe on the podcast. That way we can get all 4 of us on, me, you, Joe, and Nasty in here.
Sick.
It'd be dope. So, all right, we'll catch y'all next week. Murky, appreciate it, brother. Enjoy your night, man. See ya.
Thank you, bro. Later.
Peace.